This guy went there, he's coming back fucked up. My 18th birthday, I registered for the draft in high school, enlisted for a communications school, spent 13 months in Fort Monmouth, New Jersey, and I got orders for the 101st Airborne Division in Vietnam.
September 10th, 2001, my teacher brought in the movie Pearl Harbor. And then the following day, September 11th happened. I wanted to defend my country against terrorism. I went to basic training thinking that, okay, I'm going to get through this, it was something I knew that was going to be hard, but I didn't think it was going to test my limits.
You think you can do this high, but they show you can do this high.
Oh yeah.
It's really cool. It makes you a much better person.
When you deploy, you know that these are the only guys that you have. Being out there, this is now your new family. Life became real, war became real when it was my turn to actually defuse that explosive. As I was defusing it, I thought about everything. I thought about friends, family, loved ones, my troops, because I didn't know if I lived my, I didn't think I lived my life to the maximum potential at that moment.
The next one you had to defuse, it might have gotten more comfortable, or you're getting used to it, but it doesn't get any easier doing the job.
Yeah.
It's still every day's, one day at a time.
Yeah.
All you want to do is go home. We repelled out of a helicopter once. We were taking fire, and I was a radio man. Rolled over, got out of the radio, and I'd taken a round in the battery pack. So that was the closest I came to getting killed. That was an interesting factor.
I made it home. I made it through my full deployment, and there's guys who were there for a day. What made me better? What made me better than John Doe? One thing that I hold on my shoulders more than anything are the guys that I lost. Guys that I went on convoy missions who stood right beside me in a combat situation, and I walked away from it, but they didn't.
Mm-hmm. I think everybody, in one form or another, from every war, came back with PTSD. There's no way that you couldn't. There's just no way. I felt guilty, but I felt lucky as hell.
Yeah.
And you're right. Why me? But thank God I came back.
Yeah.
That's why it's so hard coming back home is so hard, because you're in that military community. The life you knew is gone. Well, my first day back in the States was a plane ride into SeaTac Airport up in Seattle-Tacoma Airport. Went to Fort Lewis and processed through Fort Lewis. Got a plane, came home to San Francisco. My mother and father, sister and brother, my grandparents, my aunt and uncle, my girlfriend were all there waiting for me when I got off the plane. It was a great feeling. My little sister came running down the gangplank to meet me. It was a great feeling to be home. That was my initial, thank you, Jesus. I made it home.
I was in Afghanistan one day, and the next day I was sitting in front of the White House. A teacher and her students, they had been in elementary, walked past, and this whole class came up to me and shook my hand. And they said, thank you.
Wow.
And it was the most overpowering thing. Right behind the class, an older gentleman walked up and he said, how long have you been home? And it was hard. It was hard. And I told him I just got back. And he sat right next to me on that bench for about 2 hours and didn't say nothing to me and just sat there. But the support for him to just be right there, because he was a vet also.
It's the kind of story that makes me proud to be an American.
Thanks.
Well, come home, man.
Thank you. Thank you.